So disc golf making headlines once again. And two things. First one being there was I thought there was multiple protesters because I think I saw some sort of post on social media about it. I think it was just one person throughout the entire week. I do think we have a photo too. They had a sign outside the entrance, basically as you're turning into the tournament. They had a sign that said PGA, keep men out of women's sports. There's also, I want to say when we were leaving to head to the airport, we saw that there was like rope, like stakes and rope. So I think I think the Pro Tour might have like created like a protesting spot. I don't know if that's factual. You can kind of see it in the photo here if you're watching with us here on YouTube. There's that rope and stakes. It looks like that was like the designated spot for anyone that did want to protest, which I thought was kind of interesting in a little bit. But so there was protesters out there. Obviously there was last year, was it last year or 2 years ago that there was like violent threats? Was it last year?
I think so, yeah.
So nothing like that this year. Thank God no one took it that way to make threats like that, which regardless of where you sit on the fence here, we shouldn't be threatening people's lives or making, any sort of fear mongering, any of that stuff. Like that should just not be allowed. And so I'm happy that, hey, if you want to protest, by all means, you're allowed to protest. You can definitely do that. But the big story here was Abigail Wilson. Now, Abigail Wilson had a tee time, I believe, actually with Paige Pierce, who also is seen in the video. Mike, I don't know if we have the video. Sorry if I didn't send that over your way. But if you want to grab the video just so everyone can maybe see it if they haven't seen it, which I'd be shocked at this point in time if someone hasn't seen the video because it was everywhere, Yuli. It was all over Twitter. I mean, crazy amounts of retweets, people posting that have no affiliation with disc golf. It made an Estonian news outlet. It was on the John Oliver show, who did a big segment on his show about transgender athletes. So this clip really was everywhere. This story really was everywhere. And basically, I guess we'll wait for the clip to show so everyone is on the same page, just in case someone didn't see the clip. But this was an FPO. It was the very first round. It was, I want to say, filmed by some sort of her caddy, someone that was affiliated with her in a way. She was not playing on the card with Natalie Ryan. She was playing on a separate card, but did basically made this post about how she doesn't see it being fair. And all right, here we go. Here's the video.
Make some noise for Abigail Wilson.
Gabby.
Females must be protected in our division. This is unfair. I refuse to play.
Woo! Yeah! Have a nice round, everyone.
We will. Definitely will.
Have a nice round.
So that was the clip there. I think someone yelled something as she was kind of walking out too and saying like, enjoy your time on the couch or something. So obviously, tensions were a little bit high probably after that. But, you're obviously going to have some people make the claim, I really wish she wouldn't have played in the tournament. Someone else could have taken their spot to play in the tournament. I think that's kind of missing the point. The point is she was trying to make a statement, right? And I guess my question is like, what else is there really for the Disc Golf Pro Tour to do in this situation? If you remember last year, this nearly bankrupt the Disc Golf Pro Tour, trying to fight this in the courts. I think this is a continuing ongoing situation through 2025. And I think it's one of those things where there's like really not that much to be done here.
No, you're right. I think that the lawsuit goes in through 2025. So there isn't anything they can do. She can, obviously she can play, and she did play. And I don't know. I think the main thing that I took from it is I was happy that there was a peaceful protest.
Yep.
Like you said, from the year before, there were threats to the Pro Tour, which, there's no place for that. And so I commend peaceful protests, and that was really cool. And everybody has their ideas about this, and whatever side you're on, do it peacefully. And she did that, and it made waves and got a lot of exposure, which is what she was trying to do.
Yeah. Now, the question that some people had of, is this a good thing? Disc golf is getting seen by a whole lot of people. Would you just throw up, Mike? I got to make this bigger.
The right to protest.
Oh, right to protest. Yeah. From the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Yeah. So I would say this is probably, as far as like disc golf goes, I don't really seeing this have like a massive impact. On the John Oliver thing, they brought up a whole bunch of other sports as well. Yeah. I don't think this is going to really negative impact disc golf. I don't think it's going to positively impact disc golf. For those that are wondering, like, where do we think how this is going to change disc golf? Like, oh my gosh, all these people are now seeing disc golf. Is disc golf going to blow up? Now, obviously, that was not her intention at all with this either. But, I think until something gets set in stone and this is the way it is, this is going to be an issue every week.
Yep.
Every week that Natalie is playing in the Disc Golf Pro Tour, this is going to be an issue. It was unfortunate. I saw that the comments on the YouTube section were pulled down. So when FPO was playing, you couldn't have live chat on YouTube, which I think hurts the viewing experience. And that's just because people can't probably keep it civil on whatever side you are.
Right.
And the thing that I would say to kind of button this up and to put a bow on it, because we've obviously talked about this a lot, is like the thing that's like unfortunate from this situation is people are going to use Abigail and what she did for their own personal gain. Like, that's the thing that sucks, is like, ultimately at the end of the day, a lot of these people could care less about. What I mean by that is like the people that aren't involved in disc golf and are seeing this as like a political thing. Right. And
I got you.
They're going to use it as a political thing. And they don't care anything about disc golf. They don't care that Natalie Ryan's playing. They don't care that Abigail isn't going to play because of Natalie. They don't care anything. They just see this and they're like, oh, I can weaponize this basically for my own personal political whatever. And that's, I think, what you saw a lot on Twitter on both sides, right? Both sides, people were using this as like, oh my God, I can't believe this person did this. This is so wrong. And then the other people be like, oh my God, look at this. This is what's so wrong right now with transgenders playing. Both sides are going to use it on the political side. And that really, at the end of the day, it kind of stinks. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what else. I mean, we had to talk about it because it was the biggest story in disc golf this week. And if you missed it, I don't know what you were doing, but I don't know what to do, where to go from here, I guess.
No, I think the only place to go is you're right. I think people are going to, use it. And I think the main point for me is peaceful protest. Do it. And I think that's the most important part moving forward, because it's not going to stop as long as we have this, like, that's what's going to happen.
It's not going to go away.
It's not going away. And so if it's not going to go away, I'd much rather have peaceful protests than violent threats. And so that's what I take from the whole thing.